Hi guys, today we are going to the next topic. We will start the new chapter now. Peasant, Zamindars and State. Okay, now we take a look at the key concepts. First, get familiarized with the important topics. Okay, now to the points. I divided the points into the subtopics under the subtopics or important topics. It's focused on the exam. From the examination viewpoint, I divided the portions into several topics, and according to the NCERT syllabus itself, peasants and agricultural production. Here we will speak about the sources and all. Peasants and their land. In that we will talk about Kutkashta, Pahikashta, etc. And irrigation. The seasons, agricultural seasons. Village community. In that we will talk about cultivators, panchayat, village headman, etc. Distinctions. Headman, village artisans, women in agrarian society, forest and tribes, the zamindars, land revenue system, classification of lands and raqbar, the flow of silver, the Ainai Akbari of Abul Fasal Andami. Then the timeline denotes the important happenings in this period. So now let's begin. The key concepts in a nutshell. Peasants and agricultural production, geographical diversity. We will talk about all these things in the happens. These are key points. You need to elaborate these points from the textbook. Looking for sources. The sources are historical epic and records, important chronicles like Agni Akbari, records from Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Rajasthan. Peasants and their lands. Cultivation was based on the principle of individual ownership. Irrigation and technology. Expansion of agriculture. Monsoon remained the backbone of Indian agriculture. Artificial system of irrigation had to be devised. Agriculture often harnessed cattle energy. Here we talk about the irrigation and technology. Irrigation was based on monsoon, and the technology was primarily based on the energy of cattle. Harnessing was done by the plow and cattle. An abundance of crops. The two major crops, the kharif and the rabi. New crops came from the different parts of the world. About the crops in those period, the village community, caste and the rural milieu. Rajputs were mentioned as peasants. Panchayat and headman. The panchayat had as usually a heterogeneous body. The headman was chosen through the consents of village elders. Functions of the panchayat, village artisans. The existence of a substantial numbers of artisans, a little republic, deep inequalities based on caste and gender distributions. The existence of substantial members and artisans, you got that. It was like a little republic. Republic means it was autonomous and had a electoral body to govern the village. But still, deep inequalities based on caste and gender distinctions were existed during that period. Women in agrarian society. We will talk about this in elaborate later. Women's role in the production process. Mortality rates among women. Women petitioned to the panchayat. Hindu and Muslim women inherited zamindaris. It's about the inequality faced by women and all. We will say all detail later. Forest and tribes. Beyond the settled villages, livelihood came from the gathering of forest product, hunting and shifting agriculture. Jungles provide a good defense. Inroads to the forest. The state required elephants or army hunting expedition by the Mughals, spread of commercial agriculture, etc. Then, during the 16th and 17th centuries, about 85% of the population of India lived in these villages. Even now, a large section of Indian population are villagers. During the 16th and 17th century, it was 85%. It's what we'll say, it's a vast majority. Both peasants and landed elites were involved in agricultural production, claimed rights to a share of the produce. This created relationships of cooperation, competition, and conflict among them. This created relationship of their cooperation, competition, and conflict. We will explain it later. The basic unit of agricultural society was the village, inhabited by the peasants who performed the manifold seasonal tasks that made up agricultural production throughout the year, tilling the soil, sowing the seeds, harvesting the crop when it was ripe. The panchayat was headman known as Mukadam or Mandal. Documents from Western India, Rajasthan. We talked about that. We will explain it later. Then about the Zamindars, where did the Zamindars got the power? Then about the lands. Then here's about the testimony of an Italian traveler, Giovanni Carrieri, who passed through India circa 1690. Provides a graphic account about the way silver traveled across globe to reach India. We will tell it's also detail how the silver flowed to India. There was a flow of silver to India. Why this happened and how this happened. The Ain or Ain is made up for 5 books. Dafstars, which is the first 3 books, describe the administration. The Ain completely department from this tradition was it recorded information about the empire and the people of India, and and thus constitute a benchmark for study in the turn of 17th century. This point talks about the importance of the book Ain Akbari. Okay, these are the things we are going to study in the chapter. In that we will study all in detail. First, take a look again. Key concepts like the geography, diversity, from where the information about these things got. Then the peasants and their lands, irrigation and technology, the abundance of crops or the seasons or how they cultivated, and the village community, the panchayat system existed in India, the existence of the artisans and all. And another important point, the women, the female gender, how they faced how they were lived and all, and the inequalities and marginalization faced by them. And other thing, the usually marginalized class is the forest and tribes. In this chapter, we will study not as detail, but we will talk about the people who lived in forest, the tribes and all, how they lived, and how we got the records or how we got the information about these people and all. And the 16th centuries, the relationship between the zamindars or the lords and normal people. Then about the zamindari system. Zamindars had the personal lands and all, the milkiyat. What was that? What was the milkiyat and all? Both cultivate and about the lands, about the what happened during the Akbar's rule. Then the testimony of Giovanni Carrieri. Then the Aini Akbari, and at last timeline. First, read that part from the NCRT, and we will continue tomorrow in detail. Because I am stopping here. Because if we start another topic, it will go so long and the video will be too much lengthy. So we will start tomorrow.